Okay, so I know this is like incredibly half-assed seeming, and of course I had plans that this would not go this way. I really wanted to like sit down and have a nice lengthy talk, but I'm determined to film this video regardless. As you guys might be able to tell, I'm sick right now, so I woke up kind of late, but the point of this video is I'm getting my eyebrows tattooed today. So I wanted to show you really quick. You guys have seen them before in my tutorials and stuff, but this is what my eyebrows look like with nothing on them. Okay, so I'm going to kind of fill them in a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of talk to you guys while I'm driving in the car as safely as possible. But I wanted to give you guys a solid like look at Natalie Babuka with no eyebrows at all. Okay, so I am driving to the appointment. I am going to a lady who I found a year ago. Her name is Mary Richardson, and her business name is Makeup by Mary. And I am going to leave, of course, her website in the description bar of this video, and then also a link to her Instagram. Really like following her on Instagram because you can really just a quick and easy way to see before and after pictures. And but of course her website has like a ton more information. So let me just show you really quick. These are, without looking at the camera, my brows filled in just like slightly. I literally had no time to really do anything, which doesn't matter because she's gonna be taking it off anyways. Backing up just a little bit, I don't have like a list or anything, so I'm gonna try my best to just explain this as thoroughly as possible. But basically, I overplucked my brows. If you guys watched my brow tutorial, which I will link down below as well, if you guys watched that, you heard me talk about like, yeah, I overplucked my brows when I was in high school, and ever since then, my brows just really have not grown back. Anyway, so I'm very unhappy with my brows, especially when I have no makeup on. When I have makeup on, I feel like at this point in my life, I've found brows, like a brow technique that I like, and I end up, if I take my time, I end up liking my brows with a full face of makeup on, and I even don't mind them how they look right now. Like for a very like simple, barely any makeup on look, I feel like they look okay, like I'm confident. But with no makeup on, I am not confident about my brows at all. And not that I'm like constantly wearing no makeup, but just days when it's like, hey, do you want to go to breakfast? And I don't want to put makeup on. It's like, well, like I always feel like, well, let me just go fill in my brows a little bit so I'm more confident. And anyways, you guys know what I mean. Like I know I'm constantly doing any videos. Oh my God, can I live my life? If you're a girl, you know how frustrating it is. Like, can I even drive my car without some guy trying to like wave at me? No, I can't. So annoying. Where am I going? The point is, I'm self-conscious about my brows, and I found this girl on Instagram. Her name will be listed down below and linked. She is a tattoo artist who I believe at this point does like almost strictly eyebrows because she's so good. I think her name is like Shaughnessy or something like that. But she's seriously amazing. She's in Canada, I think Vancouver. Anyways, real far from where I am in Tampa, Florida. And so I found her Instagram page, and just looking at the before and after pictures of like after she did the tattooing of the eyebrows, I was like, I need this done. Like immediately, I want this done right now. So she does a technique called hair stroke tattooing, I guess. And basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's tattooing an eyebrow or brows that, just one, it's tattooing brows that is not just like a block of color. I started doing research on who does this type of tattooing and this technique, and I am so shocked that I found someone in Tampa, Florida, literally like 20 minutes away from where I live, who does this technique and, in my opinion, does a really good job. So today is January 22nd, 2016. I literally made this appointment January 2015, as in a year ago. And that was how long this wait list is. If you go on her website right now, she's already booking out to 2017. So it's pretty much a year waiting list, which is insane. But like one would assume, hopefully that means that she's just really, really awesome. And yeah, it's hopefully going to be worth the wait. So I'm going to stop filming really quick, and I will try to film like a couple more minutes when I get to the office. Otherwise, if not, I'll see you when I have my new eyebrows. Okay guys, I am back home and I'm not feeling very good, so don't take my low energy to mean that I'm unhappy. I'm really, really happy with how they turned out. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my session, but here's a close-up. And just so you guys can see a little bit better, I am going to shine my light . So that's what they look like. You can obviously see the individual strokes. And if you look really closely, you can see where my actual hair is and where it isn't. This brow specifically is really sparse with brow hairs. And this one I do have some more. I did want to come on here and tell you guys about how the session went. And as you can see from what I've said, I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I think that they turned out exactly how I was hoping they would, maybe even a little bit better. So let's start from the beginning. I got to the office, which is in Tampa, Florida, about 20 minutes early, and I went in, I filled out quite a bit of paperwork. And if before your appointment you've read through basically her entire website, then this is all just reiteration. Is that a word? I think it is. I met Mary. She seemed very nice. We went into the procedure room and I laid down on a masseuse table, which was actually really comfortable. She took pictures of my brows when they were filled in. And you guys saw that right before I went in for the procedure. And then she wiped all of the makeup off of my brows, took pictures of them like that. And she talked to me about colors, and she said that she was going to put 4 different colors on my forehead just to see and let them sit, and just to see how my skin held the color and if it changed the colors at all. Because from my understanding, you could put a color on, but then once it sits and mixes with your body chemistry, it can turn more red or more gray, things like that. She put 4 different colors on after I had discussed that I wanted them decently dark brown, because that's my natural hair color. And so she also laid me down. She put some numbing cream all over my brows, and she let the 4 little swatches of pigment or ink sit on my forehead, and I was laying there just relaxing for about 15 minutes while everything numbed and settled. Then she came back in and she showed me with a mirror and kind of said okay, which color or colors do you like? And I picked the 2 that I liked, and she agreed. Then she took a pencil. Do I have the pencil here? This is from the brand Party Queen. This is what she used to actually draw herself a little stencil. She showed me the stencil and then said okay, what do you think? I was really amazed at how well she did with the stencil. I mean, this was freehand, but how good it looked. and she drew like little lines just for a guide for herself. So I looked at the stencil and she's like, what do you think? And I was like, well, like maybe the arch is a little bit like, I want it down like this, and maybe the tail could be a little thicker and things like that. So she like changed it, and then she'd have me look again, and then I was like, well, maybe like a little bit, and then she changed it. And I really only asked her to change like 2 little things. And once she did, we both were like, yeah, that looks really good. Then she basically just like laid me down and she started doing the tattoo. As far as pain goes, going on my very, very, very low pain tolerance, I would say at the most it was a 3 out of 10. For me, like, and of course the whole time, like I knew I was going to be filming this. So the whole time I was laying there, I was like, okay, all right, it's about a 0.5. Okay, so now we're at a 1.5, you know what I mean? Like I was thinking about like how it felt, and at the max part where it hurt the most was kind of like by the arch of the brow, and that was seriously at the very most a 3 out of 10, and that's coming from somebody who's a baby. But it was very tolerable. Like at no point was I like, can you stop? You know what I mean? So she did this eyebrow first, and she ended up going back to it and adding more, but just like a once over, she let me see in the mirror, and I was literally like, are you kidding me right now? Like I seriously was like, oh my God. I was like, this is so amazing. Like, this is so much better than I expected. Like, I was just so surprised. Like, first of all, seeing yourself like that when you're so used to seeing yourself another way is like, wow. Like, it was a huge change. I was so excited. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. I was so excited. And then, like I said, eventually she did go back over and like fill it in some more. Pretty much, like, that was how the procedure went. Overall, like, she just, like, took her time. She was very particular about them. She measured each of them to see if they were, like, the same length. She also used a measuring device so they looked as identical as she could possibly get them, which I really appreciated it, her being that particular about them. And then when she was basically like, okay, like I'm so happy with these, I think they look great, look in the mirror, what do you think? I was like, wow, they look so amazing. She's like, okay, now look at them seriously. Is there anything else where you see anything that you would want? The only thing I said was right here. I was like, you could maybe go down a little bit more. This one looked a little bit fuller. So she just put a few strokes to make this one look a little bit fuller, which you can't tell now, obviously. But I thought it was really nice that she was like, okay, now look at them and tell me what you want me to add, if anything. And she was not like offended or anything. She was just like, okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, great. And then she did it, and literally that was it. After the procedure 100%, she put on what she called like a liquid Band-Aid that will last about 1 to 3 days. So I don't have to touch them. Well, I definitely am not allowed to touch them, but I don't have to put anything on them at all whatsoever for the next couple of days, which is really nice. I'm just going to leave them alone. Once the 3 days are up, I am going to use what I got from her, which was a bottle of grapeseed oil. You can either get it from her or you can purchase it yourself. And obviously, if you guys go to somebody else, if you're actually interested in this procedure, they may require or offer another form of treatment. But basically, I bought like $5 of this like little grapeseed oil thing that I will use on my brows for the 14 days. For those 14 days, I am not able to sweat, work out, be in the sun, be in like the heat for long periods of time, get any water, makeup, nothing on my brows for 14 days, which I don't work out, so I don't sweat, which is easy for me. It's January here, so even though I'm in Florida and it's pretty hot, it's actually been kind of chilly, and I'm in no way going to be like laying by the pool. Basically, I don't think those things would be a problem for me. Now, You know, showering, I'm going to have to be really careful. Like, washing my hair, I'm going to have to be really careful about my eyebrows, like, getting wet or not getting wet. Washing my face, obviously, I'm going to have to use, like, a cloth and go around that area, which I'm not really that worried about. So that's pretty much it for right now. I can't really think of anything else that's like, oh, let me tell you this. Okay. This is kind of important. Pricing. So last January 2015, I had to immediately put a deposit of $50. I just did it through PayPal to book and hold my appointment. And then today, when I got them done, the remaining balance was $500. I think from doing the research that I've done, that price for what I got and what you will get is very fair. Obviously, it's like having plastic surgery. It's kind of like not necessarily the most expensive doctor is the best one, but you kind of get what you pay for, and make sure you do your research. Don't just say like, "Ooh, well, this lady's $250. I'm going to do it." I mean, obviously do what you want, but you guys know what I'm saying. So I know a lot of people are going to ask about the cost. That is what I paid from this technician. So that's that. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to either try to respond just by responding to you guys, or I will jot them down and try to answer every single one of them in my next follow-up video, which will probably be in a couple of weeks. But as of right now, I hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to, again, check the description box for Mary's website and also her Instagram. You guys can check out some of her stuff there. Okay, so for right now, I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.